I wasn't going to check the account right away because I still, she was still out in the shed. My thought was that I should definitely get rid of some more evidence before I do anything else.
Keyes triple bagged her remains and said that she sat out in the shed for 2 or 3 days. Keyes began building an ice hut because his plan was to go ice fishing and dispose of Samantha's remains in the lake. He loaded everything into his truck, and on the 27th, he went to Matanuska Lake, where he would spend 3 days disposing of Samantha Koning's remains. Keyes went out the first day and cut a hole in the ice, and he had a number of weights that he used that he attached wire to, and then wrapped the wire around Samantha's body parts and used those to weigh her down as he submerged her into the water. Keyes did one strange thing for an unknown reason. He cut off Samantha's hair before disposing of her body. On the second day he was on the lake, he actually missed an appointment for his own daughter. She was part of the gifted and talented education program called GATE, and he was too busy out on the lake disposing of Samantha Koning's remains, and he completely missed the appointment. He had his phone off while he was on the lake, and he didn't want to put the phone battery back into it, so he didn't turn his phone on until he was on the road driving home, and he called the school to apologize and asked if they could reschedule. On the third and last day of disposing of Samantha's remains, he actually did spend a little bit of time going ice fishing.
Had him for dinner.
Following the final day at the lake, he went to a client's house to measure for cabinets that he would be installing, and then he went to his daughter's school to go to the GATE meeting. On the 29th, Keyes took Kimberly's Nissan to go to the Alaska USA Bank to make his first withdrawal from Samantha's debit card.
Well, I was going to check. I figured it had been 4 days. So if there was going to be money in it would be in there.
Later in the day, he made a second withdrawal at a different bank, a Denali, Alaska Federal Credit Union, and the next day, March 1st, he made a third withdrawal at a third bank in Anchorage.
See, the first time I checked it, I was going to use it. I was going to pull out money at that bank, but somebody pulled up behind me. And they were, I assume they were waiting to use the ATM. They had their headlights right on me, so I kind of got annoyed. I had only checked the balance. I think I had tried. I was also annoyed that it would only let me take out $500. So I just walked away after I checked the balance at that bank. I just walked away because there were people sitting right there. And then, was it 2 transactions that night?
One just before midnight and one just after.
Keyes couldn't stop thinking about Samantha and reading articles about her and keeping up with the news coverage of her disappearance and even leaving comments online about the disappearance. On KTVA.com, an Alaskan local news site, he left a comment on an article titled "Internet Rumors and Speculation Cast Pall on Koenig Acquaintance" by Kristen Swan. The comment was published on March 2nd and discusses how wrong the police investigation had gone. The police had brought a suspect under scrutiny, and the impact had devastating results on their life, understandably, because they were innocent. Keyes left a comment using his first name, ironically writing that people who portray themselves one way up front but are another way on the inside are only hurting yourselves. Nothing surprises me anymore. For every action there is a reaction, and playing with other people's emotions, male or female, is a very vile thing. Also, I have to say, people who portrayed an image or a personality trait up front and isn't the type of person that they really are, you are only hurting yourselves. 2 days later, the KTVA article called new reward in Koenig disappearance case came out, with shocking news that Terry Stallman, the owner of a strip club called the Showboat Show Club, was offering his establishment as a reward for anyone with information about Samantha Koenig's whereabouts.